Welcome to the G.A.B. This is G.A.B.
They should have never gave you platform.
Let's get into the next segment. Oh yeah, the SAF segment. And I gotta talk about this movie right here. The Invitation on Netflix. And let me tell you something. Look, the first hour and 20 minutes was really good. Oh, it was incredible. But that last hour and 10 minutes, it was so terrible that it made this movie horrendous. I'm sorry. It was just like, oh my God. Y'all fumbled in the second half. Y'all kind of like the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, my people. My Atlanta fans, I'm sorry, bruh. I'm sorry I had to say it. I had to say it. Yeah, man, this movie, like, at the second half of it was just terrible. Hour and 20 minutes. You feel me? This was hour and 44 minutes. Like, you know, the hour mark. Right when it hit the hour mark. That last 44 minutes was so bad that it made this movie terrible. This was a horror mystery. Who directed this? I like to give y'all directors. This was directed by Jessica M. Thompson. And I'm going to show you her picture. She had a line. There was a line in there where I was like, actually, no. Who wrote this? Who wrote The Invitation? Because it's not the director, it's the writer. And Blair Butler. I see what you tried to do there when the main dude character tried to take the main chick character and be like the whole, you modern women. Really? Blair Butler? Really? Huh? Oh my God. That's why the second half of writing was terrible. I was like, oh my God, I see what you're trying to do here. Huh. But anyway, let me hit y'all with the cast and then the stats before we get into the plot line of the movie. This cast consists of Thomas Doherty. He was Walter DeVille. Then you had Natalie Emanuel. She was Eva. Then you had Stephanie Corneliususahin. She was Victoria. And they had other cast members. I didn't know any of the cast. You know, this was all new to me. New cast. You feel me? Let me hit you with the stats. And I guess they agreed with me because IMDb gave it a 5.3. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 27%. And the people gave it a 48%. So frick all y'all because y'all agree with me. Yes, this movie was just not good. But it had me, like, I was baffled by, like, I read some of the reviews of The Invitation and people were enthralled. They were like, oh my God, oh, it's an incredible movie. Oh, just the screenwriting was incredible. I could watch it again. I was like, what did y'all see that I didn't see? Maybe I missed something. Maybe IMDb missed something. Maybe the other people that didn't like this missed something. Because 52% of people didn't like this. And what did we miss? I guess maybe y'all should have chose something else than a vampire. That's where I'm like, really? They're vampires? Oh my God. So essentially, bro, this is the plot of the movie. Eva, her mom ended up passing away, and she basically wanted to find like the rest of her family and her bloodline. So she sent in an ancestry DNA ordeal, basically, you know. I'm doing that actually too. Wait a minute. What if I send that in and my bloodline and family is vampires?
Jesus Christ.
Want to murk me? Oh God. I'm playing. Look it. But she sent it in, and then she found out she had like a cousin of like royalty in England, and her homegirl, which was played by, let me get her. You feel me? Why they don't got her as one of the? Man, they got her at the bottom. She was one to make her. She was played by Courtney Taylor. She was Grace. She was nice too. Oh. Okay, hold on, let me concentrate. Anyway, but she found out she had like some family and royalty in England, and her friend was like, "Yo, you need to reach out to him, this and that." So she reached out, and then they invited her. Invitation. They invited her to like there was about to be a big royal wedding. Like, oh, there's a wedding. You are family. You're a cousin. You need to come out. And one of the first scenes, and I thought this was gonna be so dope because I personally thought the first scene was this chick. She committed the murking of herself. She did that. She hung herself, and she was part of the family. And down the line, you figure out Eva is the cousin of this woman. And I thought she was gonna be like the woman that murked herself was gonna be like an evil spirit and like come into Eva, and then like they were gonna try to put it into her. And so then, and I thought Walter DeVille character, which he's not part of the family, but he's like basically he's Dracula. He the head honcho vampire. He got a bunch of wives. One of them played by Stephanie, which is Victoria. His other wife played by Alana Bowden, which is Lucy. They all wives, and the other wife murked herself. And what happened is Eva's supposed to be his other wife because he needs 3 wives to... I don't even know why he needs 3 wives. I guess polygamy king? Dracula? Like... It made no sense. The whole town was in on it. They all was like, yo, we gotta get bruh a 3rd wife here. He gonna kill us all. And it's like, why? Why do you need 3? Why not 4? Why not 2? Why not 10? Is 3 the lucky number? 1, 2, 3 to the center of the goddamn Dracula pop? I don't know. We shall proceed in the plot of this. So, she sent it, and her cousin is played by Hugh Skinner, and he's Oliver Alexander. And cousin was like, it's like, yo, come over, bro. Like, we need you. We need you in our family. We miss you. They don't even know her, and they saying all this proper English BS. And she went over there by herself. She only had Grace on the phone. And like, why did you go over by yourself? I don't know these people. You don't know them. If I don't know, I ain't going by myself. And I'm a man. She's a woman. Wow. Man. Anyway, and like the whole time it's like, okay, it's a wedding. She's like enamored at first, like because of all these riches and stuff like that. You know, they try to depict her as the typical American pushback. She pushed back against like the head butler, which was played. And I digress. I said that I didn't know nobody. I knew this person as an actor, Sean Pertwee. He played Mr. Field. He was the head butler. I seen him in a couple of other films, and they were really good. So, like, he the head butler, and she combat him, and then, like, this is when Thomas character comes in, Walter comes in, and, like, she all enamored by him and his beauty and shit like that. She's like, oh my God, he's rich, good looking, I know how to talk, like, you feel me? And the whole time she's like, well, who's getting married? I can't wait to meet the bride and groom. You know why you can't wait to meet the bride and groom? Because you is the bride and he's the groom. He's grooming your ass to be a vampire. And you know who they feed on? They feed on the help. They feed on the cooks, the cleaners, all of them. And that's why I thought it was going to be like an evil spirit or some type of monster. Because in some of the scenes, they told her to like, do not go in this library basement thing. And they sent a couple of the helpers down there, and they got murked. You just see them get murked, and you hear them screaming. I'm like, yo, this is about to be a wild creature, a wild spirit. Okay, man. Yada yada yada. Fast forward. She ended up having relations with Walter. Then afterwards, they go to this fancy dinner, and then you find out it's like, well, who's the groom? She's like, well, the groom and bride is coming. And then the help goes over, and then they slice the help's throat, put the blood in the bowl, and then I'm like, wait a minute, blood, bowl? fancy garments. Oh, these motherfuckers vampires. And what did they do? They were vampires. And right there, and when it started going downhill, the movies start taking a goddamn downward trajectory. I was like, and they drank the blood, and then Eva finds out she's like, she's related to the chick that murdered herself, who's also related to Alexander. And all these other people they're not even vampires. They're real civilians. They're just actual civilians. They're not even vampires. And they're just so afraid of Walter killing them off, turning vampire. They just was like, look, you could have these people as your wives and stuff. Keep you happy, essentially. And Eva wasn't with it. And then all of a sudden they had her chained up, and Victoria was being like bitchy towards Eva and then Lucy at times, and then she ended up letting Walter bite her, took the powers, killed Victoria. Lucy turns on Victoria, which I'm like, why is she turning on her? Like, they've been at this for thousands of years. Like, what? Like, all of a sudden, this chick Eva changes your mind? Like, this is stupid. Ignorant. The R word, which I won't say, because I don't want to get demonetized by YouTube. But yeah, ended up killing Walter. The way you kill these vampires is you gotta stake through the heart or burn them. No, you have to chop off their head or burn them. A stake through the heart don't even work, or garlic. None of that don't even work. Like, so I kill her, she get the power. Now she down the line head honcho, and now she's a vampire. Which in my head is like, yeah, you a vampire now, and you killed the head honcho, bruh. But somehow they showed that, and you still had vampire powers, which means that the top of the line that did this to Walter is still alive, and you still need to drink blood. What, you gonna drink your friend Grace blood when you get back to the States? Like, come on, bro. Shit was not answered. This was poo. I hated that the creatures was vampires. This is very cliche. The cliche, like, vampires are rich. They live a long time. They look beautiful. They love sex. They gotta have multiple wives and all that. See how why this was stupid? See why this sucked? Did you see what I did there? Wow! Vampire sucked. What?
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna toot my own damn horn. Forget y'all. If y'all don't want to give me a damn hand clap, I give myself a damn hand clap. What a dad joke right there. And I have no kids. But yeah, this really was not that good. I put it like this: the director of this movie, great directing. The directing was really good. In the color palette, how they had it filmed, that was really good. It really gave a spooky vibe. I really liked that. But the writing was trash at the very, very end. After that 1 minute mark, Blair Butler, what the hell? That writing was poo. Oh my god. Wow. And then just the storyline was storylines make or break films. I'm sorry. And that storyline, just that last 40 to 50 minutes was so freaking terrible. It just made the rest of the movie terrible. Y'all could have done better. Like, come on, vampires, really? So cliche. Anyway, that was The Invitation on Netflix. Y'all go check it out if you want. I'm disappointed.